Hey Rivermen fans, Brad Kupiak here, joined by Rivermen head coach Jean-Guy Trudel as we get ready for another Rivermen season closing in on October and training camp starting off. The team's starting to come together here, Coach, and just give us your thoughts briefly on how you think the team's coming together this year.
Well, I think we're looking okay. To be honest with you, we're getting back 9 to 10 veterans that are actually veterans that are hard workers, and they want to do all the right things. They're professionals, so and I think that's the biggest compliment in hockey. When you're called a professional, I mean, that's a high honor, and I think we have 9 or 10 of them that are coming back, and we know they're going to put in the work and actually probably show the road to the younger guys, the way we do things here. And I think that's why we had a little success lately, is because of those guys above our locker room. And the guys come on the ice every day and they're happy and they want to get to work and they want to get better. So I'm pretty happy about those 9 veterans. Other kids, at this level, it's always hard. They have agents, they have this, so they all tell them to wait and go to East Coast camps and they're going to do this and that. But hopefully we can pick up a few there at the end of camp. And but right now, even if we started with the lineup we have right now, I'd be pretty happy.
And that's the next thing I was going to ask you about, was the veterans coming back. Last season, obviously a lot of new guys who had been around the world of hockey, around the ECHL and beyond. And last year, a bit of a rough start to the season. The year before that had a lot of guys coming back from that 14-15 team. How do you look at the beginning of this season compared to last season or the year before with the guys returning?
I won't lie to you, our hard starts every single year is a little bit my fault. I do certain things in camp to get them ready. Unfortunately, I think at this level, guys don't come in the best shape of their lives like they should have. So for me, the first 4 or 5 days, it's about getting them back on the kind of shape I want them. So the hockey part, the system part, the details part, it takes a little bit of a back burner for them to get them ready. So usually the first weekend or two, we're a little bit slow maybe on doing what we have to do, but at the same time, we know by the end of the year we'll be where we need to be. I always call it building blocks, and depending on what we get when the guys come in this year, then we'll have to adjust our program for camp to get in there, because I'm a big believer in the beginning of the year doesn't really matter that much. We just got to keep going and get better every single day, and sometimes you have to do adjustments too. Last year we had guys that came in that we thought were going to be good, that had pretty good camps, but then when the game started they weren't gamers, so we had to do some changes, and we'll do that until we get the right team, and when we get the right team then we'll know we'll have a good road again like we did last year.
And you talk about the guys coming back on the forward side, the defensive side, and looking in net last season, went through a lot of goalies, 4 different starting goalies in the first 4 games of the season. This season, you got several guys coming in. What are you looking for out of your guys in net this year?
I'm a little different that I'm not a goalie guru, but at the same time I know what I want from a goalie. First of all, he can't give me gray hair every time he makes a save, so he's got to be in I'm big on challenging, I'm big on positioning, I'm big on, we have a certain defensive system that we give shots from where we want to give them. So we have to have goalies that are big and they come out big. If they're not big, they have to come out big, and they usually have to only make 1 save. So until I find that goalie that makes everybody comfortable on the ice, and like me, there's a lot of goalies out there that are looking for jobs. So until you find the right ones and find the right chemistry with the team too. I thought when Fineff came back, I mean, the boys loved him. They loved playing in front of him, and he had another thing to his, he could move the puck pretty well, so it helped our Ds out a lot. And Parksy was just a big body that was always in the right position. So I think we had a good tandem there. But I always say this about goalie: it's just there's so many out there, and you're going to find, as the year goes on, if one doesn't do the job, you'll find one that will, and that will play the right way to make sure the team's successful.
And one last thing, starting on the road this season in Evansville before coming home October 27th, 28th, do you think that'll make a difference, and what can fans expect when they come to the home opener October 27th here at Carver?
I think it's going to be nice. Since in Peoria we don't get exhibition games, it always takes a few games also. I said at the beginning of the year it's hard, so exhibition games usually, I remember my first year we had 2, and I thought some guys were really good in practice, and they came in the game and they just couldn't play. So it always helps a little bit. So those first 2 games in Evansville is going to kind of give us a little bit of a picture of what kind of team we have and what changes we have to do to make sure we have that complete team that we want. So I think it's good to start on the road this year, and then we're going to get home a little bit more prepared, I would say. But I always say this in Peoria, if you look at our past history in the ESPHL, we always start a little slow. We pick up as we go, and I know guys like Dave and Scrobes and those guys are going to take over the room and make sure that they don't like to lose. They're used to that winning environment. So I think it's going to continue again this year. And to be honest with you, we signed some great kids like Barber and Widmar that really are young guys that really want to work hard and learn. And so I think we're going to have a special group again this year.
All right, Coach, thanks for taking the time to join me here as we get ready for the beginning of the season, October 21st season opener in Evansville, October 27th, 28th, home opening weekend, Bruce Sowers hockey weekend in Peoria here at Carver Arena. Make sure you get those tickets. Single game tickets go on sale next Wednesday, the 4th. 2 for $20 tickets for opening weekend, and single game tickets for the entire season go on sale next Wednesday, October 4th, through the Peoria Rivermen office. Call us at 309-676-1040 or go to rivermen.net to get your single game tickets, and we'll see you at Carver Arena October 27th and 28th.